Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. As you see from today's title, I am going to be doing my own nails. Finally, I'm going to be keeping these on longer than most of the ones I make videos with. I usually take those off as soon as I'm done with the set, but these I'm actually going to keep at least for a few days. And I'm super excited because I'm absolutely obsessed with how they came out. So I'm going to be explaining everything. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications to get notified every time I post a new video, and keep on watching. So before I start, I also want to mention that I am currently running a giveaway on my Beauty by Myra Instagram page. Make sure to go follow, join the giveaway. I am giving away $300 worth of Kiara Sky products. Me and Kiara Sky teamed up. I am officially a brand ambassador for them, and we decided to do this giveaway. So it is on my page, on the Beauty by Myra one. And as always, all the links, discount codes, everything like that is linked down below. It ends this Thursday, so it is shorter than most of my giveaways because the other ones I usually do for like 3 or 4 weeks. But yeah, this one I just posted about 2-3 days ago, and it's ending this coming Thursday. So make sure to join. The rules are super easy, and also be on the lookout for spam accounts, fake accounts that pretend to be me. I've had a few people message me pictures of them getting requested by basically profiles that somehow have the same username as me, like just one letter off or one letter added. They have the exact same bio, all of that, and they basically message them saying that they've won the giveaway. Please, please, please do not reply to those people. Do not click on the links that they send. Do not give them any of your information, because one, I will be personally reaching out to the giveaway winner on Friday. So I don't even know how they message people 10 minutes after I started posting the giveaway. That's crazy. I don't know. They just don't let people have fun. They don't let you do a good thing, host a giveaway, have fun with your followers. They just try to ruin it for everyone. And so all I ask of you is to please report them and just ignore them. Please don't reply to them. Like I said, I will be contacting the giveaway winner on Friday, and I would never ask you guys for your credit card information or anything like that. The point of a giveaway is to receive free items. I would never ask you guys for any credit card information, anything crazy like that, or for you guys to click on links and all of that. So anything that I do is directly through my Beauty by Myra page. And my only other account is my Crafts by 9, which is my shop. But I'm not hosting the giveaway with Crafts by 9. It's just Beauty by Myra and Kiara Sky Nails. So just be on the lookout. I also mentioned this on the post description, so make sure to read it as you're reading the rules to join. The rules are super easy, So yeah. Anyways, since I was blabbing, what I am doing, okay, so I am using Crafts by 9 brand new extra long coffin C-curve tips. They are brand new to the website, and I have to say these are probably my favorite shape to do now. I absolutely love these tips. They're extra long. They're basically the same length as my extra long square C-curve tips, but these are coffin. I did no filing before applying the acrylic. All I did was cut it to my desired length, and I went right into the application, and it came out beautiful. So I'm using those, which are brand new to the website, like I said. And as always, you guys can use code YouTube on craftsby9.com to get 10% off. Also, you guys, I am doing this cool thing on my Crafts by 9 page, which is called Crafts by 9 Trivia. I post them randomly. And basically what I do is I ask you guys random questions. It could be about Crafts by 9. It could be about me. It could be about anything. And the first person to answer each question on my story, I just send you guys a 20% discount code for Crafts by 9. So it's a super fun and easy way for you guys to get a 20% off discount. And yeah, I just do that randomly. I think I've done like 6 by now, and it's super fun and a really easy way to get a discount. So make sure you guys follow me on Crafts by 9 as well. And then I'm using the KDS glue from Crafts by 9 as well. And I did prep the nails off camera just because it adds a lot of time, and I really wanted to show you guys my acrylic application. And I hope you guys can see a difference of how I used to do it versus now, because I've definitely seen it. So yeah, I prepped it using a fine sanding band, pushing the cuticles first, you guys. And then with the fine sanding band and my Kiara Sky drill, I just file my natural nail, and then I apply the tips, and then I apply the dehydrator, which I use the Mia Secret dehydrator and my Young Nails primer. I do prime twice, so I apply the primer twice on all of the nails. And I apply a really thin clear acrylic coat to my natural nail, just so the color acrylic can adhere. And if I take a long time, I don't like to go over each nail with primer all over again. So I just prime it twice, apply the clear acrylic, and then I can take my time with the rest of the acrylic application. The clear that I am using is the Kiara Sky Clear All-in-One. And then this beautiful color that I'm using right now is Kiara Sky's Etiquette First All-in-One. As always, all of the products that I'm using are linked down in the description box, but I also mention them throughout the video just in case. And you guys can use my discount code with Kiara Sky, which is Myra10. And this color is absolutely gorgeous. It's a really, really beautiful nude color, but it has a hint of pink, and it's a little bit on the sheer side. So you can choose if you like it sheer or more opaque. If you apply like 1 or 2 beads, it's a little bit on the sheer side, but if you apply 3, then it's opaque. And I really, really love that you're able to build this color however you want. I did apply about 2 or 3 beads, and this is what I'm talking about, you guys. My acrylic application like changing. What I noticed that I used to do a lot in most of my videos looking back is that I would apply the acrylic. I would pick up a pretty nice bead, like a pretty decent sized bead, but I wouldn't wait for it to dry at all. Like I would go right into like molding it and sculpting it and basically dragging it down. So it was basically a wet bead, and I would wipe so much acrylic on my towel, on my napkin, because I would just apply and apply and apply acrylic over and over. So now what I have been doing, and it's a lot more satisfying to watch, is I grab a bigger bead, I give it a few seconds, I apply it on the nail, and I just take my time with it. Now I also wanted to mention that each acrylic powder has its own consistency. You can use the same monomer, but each powder has its own consistency. Every acrylic company is different. As you guys know, I use like 10 different kinds of acrylic like companies. I've probably used more than that, but they're all different. Some of them dry faster than others, some of them are runnier than others, and that doesn't make it a bad acrylic. It actually doesn't make it a bad acrylic at all. You just have to get used to it and know how to work with it. There are also a lot of factors that play into how your acrylic works. Well, one, like I said, is the consistency. And I think I've said this in previous videos before, but I like to say things because I know that I get a lot of new subscribers and, you know, a lot of the same questions. So if you guys are wondering, and I'm sorry for repeating myself, but I really like to let you guys know that like there are a lot of factors that come into play when it comes to your acrylic application. One is the acrylic. Another can be the temperature of wherever you're doing the nails. And the monomer. The monomer is super important. I'm not going to get too much into the whole EMA versus MMA fight, but I always get EMA monomer. I've never even tried using MMA. But yeah, basically all I use is EMA, and my favorite monomer is the Kiara Sky EMA monomer. It's the only one I use now. I really love it. I used to use another one, but it was a super strong smell. it made my migraines like 100 times worse than they already are. So once I switched over to the Kiara Sky one, it works amazing and I really love it. It's universal. I can use it with any of the acrylics that I use, and I just definitely recommend it. So like I said, you can definitely see the difference of consistencies between the three that I am using here. The first one I already mentioned. This beautiful color right here is Tangerine from Nail House, and the glitter is Peach Puff from Too Cute Supply. And you know, glitter has a different consistency, but then the colored acrylic has a different one, and the cover powders have a different one. So you just get used to it. You know, you got to work with it, practice a lot, and then you'll start to see what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I am now applying the tangerine color, which is so pretty. And honestly, you guys, before I started making this video, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I just knew that I wanted to do my nails coffin shaped with my new tips, and I wanted to use like some kind of nude and like orangey colors or orangey tones. I like to have different contrasts. I'm not too into like just solid color, so I definitely wanted to, you know, make it pop, make it nice, and do like different nails on each finger, or 2 fingers the same and the other one's different, like that. And this is what I made the decision to do. Honestly, like I said, I didn't even think about it before. I just chose the colors, and as I went along, I started deciding on what designs or what colors I was going to do. And that's kind of how I work. I never really plan out what I'm going to do before. I just pick out the colors, and then I just randomly, as soon as I'm going to start recording, come up with something. I have seen though that out there are like these little books which look really, really cool, and I kind of want to get one where you can actually draw out your design that you're gonna do. And I think it's really cool if you take clients. I don't, but if you take clients, that would be really cool, because if a client tells you like kind of what they want, you can draw it out, show it to them, and you know, it'd be really it's kind of really cool. But I just, you know, I don't take clients, I just do my own nails. So it probably wouldn't work for me, but unless I was planning out my own nails, then yeah, I guess. So for this color, I believe I did 3 or 4 beads. Always look at your nails from the side. Make sure that they are the right thickness that you like. A lot of people like a big apex or a high apex. Some of them like them low. Some of them like no apex, and it's just completely up to you. When I first started, I literally had no apex on my nails and they never broke. So that has never been a problem for me. Breaking my nails and lifting hasn't really been a problem for me. So I am a firm believer that the apex doesn't have much to do, as in making it super, super big just so it can last longer. Like, I don't believe in that. But that's just me and my experience with nails. I like to have like a pretty decent apex, not too much. But then also when I used to do other people's nails, I used to ask them like, oh, like, you know, how they like their apex, because some people like to have it high, and some actually ask you straight up like, I want them flat. Like, you know, they don't know what it is, but they just want it flat nail. And it's, you know, you can also educate them once they're in their chair, kind of let them know why they should get it or they shouldn't. And it is also up to you as a nail tech. Just, I don't know, really random thought, but I kind of just think of these things and I like to explain them to you guys too, because it's been a while since I've really gotten into the whole nail stuff. I usually just say what I'm using and then just move on with the video. But I also really like to teach you guys. I get so many DMs day in and day out, like, of questions about nails. Some of you guys even send me like pictures of your process or something that you guys feel you guys are doing wrong, and you send it to me and let me know, like, or my thoughts on it. And I really, really enjoy doing that. It's something that I really love to do and help you guys out. Obviously, I'm not gonna know everything. There might be some things I don't know, or there might be some things that I haven't been through personally, so I can't like really say if I were in your shoes. But I try to help you guys out the best way that I can. I try to get through all of my DMs, although Sometimes they just, you know, go to the bottom, especially right now with the giveaway. My requests are just through the roof. So, you know, after the giveaway, I will like completely go through all of my DMs and just try to answer back any questions that you guys might have. But please be patient with me too. I'm not on my messages every single day. And now we are heading over to the pinky, which I am also applying the same color as my middle finger, the tangerine, and I'm applying it to the entire nail. I wanted to keep these two nails solid, but I am also adding rhinestones at the end to one of them. So one of them is going to stay solid, but the rest are not. They're going to have some kind of design on it. But, you know, it starts to work together. When you're like doing your nails, you start to see everything come together. And you're like thinking of more things to add to it, or what you can do differently, or what would look good with it. And it basically just starts to come all together. I don't know if I mentioned also the acrylic brush that I am using is the Kiara Sky acrylic brush number 12. One of my favorites. If you guys haven't watched my acrylic brush collection videos, I actually have two of them. One that I made last year and one that I made this year, an updated one, and you guys seem to love them. I love to make them too because I like to see my opinions, if they've changed, if I like a brush better this year, you know. So I probably will be making them every year, kind of updating. So if you guys haven't seen that, I do have a playlist of that on my channel. Make sure to go check it out if you guys are interested of seeing my acrylic brush collection and where I get them and things like that. The middle finger and the pinky, I am not going to be encapsulating in clear just because I felt like the thickness was good enough for me. I really liked how they came out just by simply doing a thicker acrylic application. Now, encapsulating is completely up to you. Mentioned this before in other videos where you can apply a thin layer of the colored acrylic, but you will need to put a thicker bead of clear acrylic. Sorry, you guys, I lost my train of thought. But you do waste a little bit less colored acrylic. However, if you do what I did in this video, then you apply a really thick layer of colored acrylic, thick enough where you don't need the clear, but you do waste a lot of the colored acrylic. Just an FYI, completely up to you, but that is what I did. I also did encapsulate my pointer finger. I just didn't record that part because I did it later on. I felt like it was too thin for my liking, and it wasn't really matching up to the rest of the nails. So I went back and encapsulated it with the same clear, and it was all good to go. Now we are going in with the glitter acrylic. It is so beautiful, you guys. Make sure to also always remember, and this is what I always do, is shake the container before using a glitter acrylic. Sometimes the acrylic rises to the top while the glitter goes to the bottom, or vice versa. I'm not really like 100% sure which one it is, but they can literally be in layers if you leave it out for too long. So once you shake it, it creates that like mixture of acrylic with the glitter, so you don't get like a big bead of just plain glitter. So yeah, it's like, you know, the consistency that the company wanted you to get. And it happens to all glitters, so this is what I always shake it before I use it, and it creates, you know, the right consistency. So in the ring finger, yes, the ring finger, I'm going to apply the glitter as an ombre. So also, I don't know why I never mentioned this, but you guys actually chose this nail set. I asked you guys on my Instagram story on the Beauty by Myra one, and I asked you guys to help me out, and this is like basically what won. I asked you guys what length, what shape, what colors, what else, what style, and then I asked Swarovski or no Swarovski, 3D gummy bears or no 3D gummy bears, and this set is basically what came off of it. So the winner for the ombre versus French tip was ombre. So I did this pinky ombre. I just basically applied the glitter and swiped up to create that really nice ombre effect. Doing glitter ombre is super easy because it doesn't have to blend perfectly as if you were doing it with two colored acrylics. So I just did one bead of that, and then I am using the heart charms from Crafts by 9, and I'm applying it to that ring finger while it's still wet. So I try to work fast. I actually came up with this idea last minute just because, you know, I didn't have them out or ready to go. So I had to take them out, grab the wax pencil, and then put it on. So you have to just do that before it dries up, because then it won't stick onto the nail. And then I'm just applying one to that one. And now I'm going on to the thumb, which I hadn't even like thought of what I was going to do. But I just decided on doing the entire nail with the glitter acrylic. And I thought it was super cute, like the way it came out. So I grabbed a really big bead for this because I wanted to basically do it with 2 or 3 beads only, or else this was going to take forever probably. And I already know the consistency of this glitter. It's from Too Cute Nail Salon, and it gives you a lot of time to work, so I really like it. It's like in the middle, where it doesn't dry too fast, but it doesn't dry too slow either. And I just keep dipping my brush into the monomer to keep it wet and to not let the acrylic dry too fast. So I'm doing that with the thumb, and I'm also going to be using the heart charms that I used. And I'm going to be applying 3 of them, like randomly scattered on the nail, because this nail is pretty long. So I apply the 3 charms, and I encapsulate both of those fingers with clear acrylic. The reason why you want to do this is because if I were not to, once I go in with my e-file, I'm going to file off those charms because they are at the very top, and that is something that you do not want to do. So you're going to encapsulate this because you're applying those, or I'm applying those heart charms, and I don't want to take those away. And I apply a pretty good bead of the clear acrylic, because even if I apply a thin one, it's going to defeat the whole purpose, and it can still, you know, take off the heart charm. So I also flip my finger around just to like see it from different angles. There's no right or wrong way of how to clean your brush or the movements that you have to do with the nails. Sometimes I'd be looking all crazy, like doing all these double jointed moves with my hands, just to get a good side of my nails or get it a certain direction. There's actually a meme of that. I hope I can find it and I'll put it on here. But yeah, it's pretty funny because sometimes we'd be like turning our hands all crazy just to get that good side and that good angle and that good position to apply. So this is my second bead, and my beads were actually really good for my thumb. I was super impressed that I didn't need that many. because like I said, this nail was long. But yeah, I just took my time with it, made sure that I was going to reach it all the way down without having to take off too much and apply it on the towel, because that's just wasting product at that point, just because I wasn't like too comfortable with the acrylic. So I am all done with this as well. I'm doing the same thing, flipping the nail around, cleaning around the cuticle area. You do not want any of the acrylic to go on the cuticle area on your skin, because you're gonna have to file it and you're gonna have to seal the cuticle area. So then it just basically makes it impossible to do, because you'll be cutting into your skin. So you just always want to clean around that cuticle area. Even if there's nothing there, you should still go around it with your acrylic brush just to make sure. And it also becomes a habit after a while, where you're just cleaning off the sides, cleaning off that area, just as like a, something that you're used to doing. Okay, so now I'm applying the heart charms, and they were being a little difficult to stay on the nail. And I also didn't want to cut them off on the side where I was gonna probably file into them. So I just made sure that they were exactly where I wanted them, and kind of pushed them in with the other side of this wax pencil that I found. And here I am with the clear acrylic. I'm using a bigger bead, and sorry, I am a little off camera during these next few clips, just because the camera was right in my face, and so I couldn't even see. And I was kind of lifting my head up to look on the other side to look at the nail, and I didn't even notice that the camera wasn't recording the entire hand. But you guys basically get it. It's like just applying acrylic to the entire nail. I got a pretty big bead. I don't want any air bubbles in it. I want it to be as clear as possible for when I apply the top coat. So I do get a runnier bead. When it comes to clear, I like to do that, because if I get a drier one, there's chances are that you're going to get an air bubble or really high. So I just like to work with runnier clear acrylic. Yeah. And I mentioned in the beginning that the clear acrylic that I'm using is the Kiara Sky all-in-one, and I really, really like it. I put it into this dapping dish. I had 3 or 4 of them, and I mixed like 1.5 or 2 of them onto this container, and I keep that one on the side of my desk, just because that's the one I always use like now. So yeah, here I am just shaping it, and oh my god, you guys, I don't know, I'm just like super obsessed with this shape. Also, I didn't show on camera, but if you can see from the sides, when I like tilt the nails to the side, there is a clear bottom like on the sides. That is like excess of the extra long coffin tips, and I don't like that. A lot of people do, because it gives it like a deeper C curve, but I'm not a big fan of like the really, really deep C curve. I just like a nice C curve, but not super, super deep. So what I do is I go in with my stork scissors or my clippers, my straight edge clippers, and I clip off the side where it is transparent at the bottom. Like right there, you can see it. Basically from the free edge all the way to the end of the tip, I basically just use my stork scissors and cut that off, and that's when I file, and it leaves it really, really nice shape. That's the shape that I like. I'm not sure if you guys like it like that. You guys can choose to leave it like that or not. So now I am going in with the bling, which I love. I am using the Bling It Gel by Kiara Sky. I am also using this beautiful rhinestone box that I have. There are a few Swarovskis in here at the bottom. The top 2 rows are the Kiara Sky Bling It On collection, which I do have a video of me organizing everything. The actual box itself is available on my website, Crafts by 9. It is called the Bling Bling Storage Box. It comes empty, so you guys are able to basically put whatever you want in it. And then I'm also using these 2 rhinestones from the Bling Bling box, which is also available on my website. But the Bling Bling box actually has all of the rhinestones in it, the wax pencil, and the box included, all in that one product. And then I'm getting those, which are Swarovski crystals, and I honestly didn't even know how I wanted to put the crystals, so I just randomly placed it, and then it came to my mind like, okay, on the middle finger I'll put all those AB colored crystals. And then on the pointer finger, I'm going to be using those like orangey Swarovskis that I got from, I believe, Sky Beats online, where they sell, they were Swarovski sellers. I'm not sure if they still are, but that's where I get most of my Swarovskis from. So those orangey ones are Swarovskis, and I'm putting those on my pointer finger. And I really, really like the contrast of how they look from the crystals to the different colored ones. And I have been really, really loving the Kiara Sky Blinged Gel because it really keeps your rhinestones or crystals intact. I haven't had any of my beads or my crystals fallen yet. And I've been using it since I got it on all of my application for my videos and for myself, and none of them have fallen. And this video was actually recorded a few days ago, and none of them have fallen. I really, really love it. They aren't going anywhere. It's super, super thick consistency. So I like to apply like a pretty big glob of it and make sure that my crystals don't move. Like, you don't want your customer to come back after a few days or a day and, you know, they're gone. So I apply pretty nice like application of it wherever I'm going to place them. And then once I apply the top coat, which I am doing here, I am using the Kiara Sky No Wipe top coat. I'm basically just going to apply it around the rhinestones, get as close to them as I can just to keep them intact as well. This helps too. And then I cure it under the lamp for 60 seconds, and I am all done with today's set. So I really hope you guys like today's set. I also uploaded the final result to my Instagram. And yeah, don't forget to join my giveaway with Kiara Sky. The giveaway ends on Thursday, so in a few days. Make sure you guys join, and good luck to everyone that has joined. Hopefully I have many, many giveaways to come. And thank you guys all so much for supporting me. And don't forget to like, comment what kind of videos you guys would like to see or what you think of this video. Subscribe and turn on your post notifications to get notified every time I post a new video. And now I will just be applying the Kiara Sky Rose Scent Cuticle Oil all over my cuticles, dropping 1 drop on each and then rubbing it in around the cuticles to make it look super pretty, because I am completely obsessed with this set. And I hope you guys did too. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.